I was just worn out. I was just worn out yesterday from the rally on Sunday. So I'm just going to give everybody a few minutes to get in here because I'm never on time. I'm either late or early. Probably be late for my own funeral. Thank goodness. So I just if you're on my Facebook, you probably noticed that I was just on TikTok. And it's Canada's becoming a really seriously uh, sad place. And so I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about what we can do to combat that. Now, I'm giving a bunch of celery plants to my friend Steffi. Oh, look at, I just found this picture. My daddy. I was probably about 15 when this picture was taken. My daddy. Hey, I'll say hi to everybody in a minute. I'm just going to roll myself. Hi, I'm going to say hi to everybody in a minute. We want to talk about things that we can do to combat things that are going on in our country right now. Not how we can combat it, because, oh God, forgive me for starting a riot with the word combat, but how we can, it's getting harder and harder and harder to squeeze a quarter and make it fart a nickel. I'm trying to squeeze a toonie for all you American friends. That's a $2 coin, and get it to squeak a nickel. It's getting really, really difficult. Oh my goodness, since Gracie's here. Oh, until once. Hi, BB. She's so happy because, oh, yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Are you my baby girl? Are you my baby girl? Yes, you are. Mommy loves her baby girl. I love you, love you, love you. Where's my kiss? Thank you. Do you want a little... Hey, you got to give everybody... See how she looks away? She knows exactly what I'm saying. Gracie, look. What's that? Oh, you're too cool for normal school. There. Hey. Mona Lisa smile. Right there. Mona Lisa smile. Okay, good enough. You want a treat? Oh, there's your dentist sticks. Now bugger off. Yeah, Mary, we're just starting. Mary, Fairy Mary. After the Pierre Polyev, and I'm not going to get into it because I'm going to do a rumble after this, a live one. After the rally on Sunday, it was disheartening, even though, everybody's saying, oh, politicians are the same and blah, 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 blah. But what other choice do we have but to vote somebody else in? And the problem is all of the other parties in Parliament are banding together against the vote of non-confidence. They banded together against the vote of non-confidence. They get banded together against the spike, the hike, right? And that's all to protect their pensions and line their own pockets. It's got nothing to do with saving the country. And this country is in need of saving. Trust me. So I kind of took the day off yesterday. I did a live with my patrons, and I kind of took the day off yesterday because, the RCMP are talking that there's going to be civil unrest in our country. Well, what else do they want? We did a peaceful protest. They knocked it down. I'm not going to talk about this. We'll talk about this on Rumble. Yeah, all you can hope for is the best and prepare for the worst. That's right. They tell that to cancer patients. People who are terminally ill. They tell you to hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Our country has cancer. All right, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about ways that we can combat this. Because I know that a lot of folks in the United States are saying that they're going through the same thing. What? I worked hard just finding 3 samples, which add up. Just posting a video soon about sample source. Every little bit helps. Oh, you mean like going online and looking for free samples? That's a really good idea. It's a really good idea. Okay, if I'm going to block anybody that cannot come up here and type in English, you do have, I'm really, really sorry. But if we can't understand your comments, I'm going to assume that they're not kind. And we are being screwed up. Okay, let me pop out the chat here. There we go. And I'm going to go back over. Hang on. And I'm going to have to get my eyes tested soon. Oh God, I don't want to, the only thing covered about my eyes is the test. That's $100 and our plan covers it, nothing else. Let's pop this up a little bit. Not 175 to 150. Here we go. F11 that. Let's pop out this chat. Oh, I can see it now. Okay, here we go. Nothing, Rosie. We haven't even started the actual. I said I'd be here on 2, and like normal, like me, I have to plug my camera in because I'm doing a pantry pull meal tonight. And this pantry pull meal is going to show you folks just how expensive things are getting. So that's tomorrow's video, is a pantry pull meal. Just missed the greetings. That's it. Hey, hey, hey. I'm still waiting for folks to come in while I, get my medication organized here. Hey, do you guys want to see the plants? Because I have an idea about these plants. I'm going to cover the camera with my hands so you don't get seasick. Come on, Gracie, let's go show them the space station of plants. Excuse me. Howie's got a cold and I'm getting one. No, 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 no. Okay. Here we go. Look at this. Now, look at my tomatoes, folks. I have to buy, we're going out tomorrow. I have to buy soil because look at these. Oh yeah, you don't want to look at those. That's my Mexican tomato plants. But look, chives. Those are chives. Those are leeks. Look at these, are getting little buds on them. Now, these are the strawberries. They're not a real strawberry. They're a very tiny strawberry, but the size of your fingernail. There's strawberries over there. There's that pile of celery that I just had no more pots for and no more soil for, but I am going to break them up because I have a plan. That's celery, 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 onions, cabbage, celery, 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 celery. Oh, get this. Remember how I took the pepper plants out of the chives and I planted them on their own, and I crumbled up a bunch of baby cabbage, tiny, too tiny to plant. Look at this, folks. 1 cabbage, 2 cabbage, 3 cabbage, 4. There's 4 cabbage and 5 peppers in there. So yeah, this is my hope for the year to come. Look at this celery coming up, folks. See, that's why those have to be transplanted so much more, because they're not getting, the room to grow. Isn't that beautiful? All right, let's go back. And I gotta blow my nose because I think Howard's giving me a cold. Do you remember that movie, Norma Ray? Okay. Oy. Okay, I gotta plug this back in. Sorry, folks, I have to blow my nose. It's sad that whenever issue is going on in one country, eventually starts when you have a heads up in another country. You would think plans would be in place to prevent them. Well, that's the thing. I can't talk politics, but bring all these questions to Rumble after this live stream. We're going to do a lot. Oh, I really butchered my bangs, didn't I? We're going to do another live stream on Rumble where we can talk. So, if you are not a member of Rumble, please, please, please. I'm just going to do something here. Go over to Rumble and join my channel. Ooh, I almost hit delete by accident. Oh my God, that would have deleted my channel. This is why I'm not supposed to do things other than when I'm working on a live stream, because I get confused and I haven't even had my medication yet. Okay, so here is my Mrs. Wolfie Let's Talk channel on Rumble, okay? They are not that great. They are not that great with, I'll move this over just a little bit so I can see the chat better. They're not that great with notifying people, right? So, no, Gracie, you're okay. One more, and that's it. Only because they're for little dogs, and you're a medium dog. Now, bugger off. That's it. Go, go, go. Go on. No more. I'm not going to think straight until I've got my hands busy here. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But here's what I'm thinking of doing. Now, we were talking about coupons, and coupons in Canada are really not a thing. They're usually, okay. Hey friends, this is Mrs. Wolfie from from our Half Acre Homestead, and we're talking about ways we can save money today. I'm going to pop this out to live chat, and then I'm going to pop out the participants, and I'm going to say hello, Nat, Carolyn Benjamin, Esax, Freaky Geek, Garnett Morgan, Jerlene Nunn, Jenny Bruno, Jenny Homestead, Ocean Homestead, Jules, Kathy Pinkstaff, Lacey Black, Michelle Jones, Pam Robinson, Patricia Davis, and Rosie Bernard. So, we can rail at the system all we want, but obviously, if we haven't figured it out yet, everyone's going to figure out soon that the system is rigged. Because you got cronies supporting cronies in Parliament to keep their jobs and to get there, to keep us in hell under Trudeau for another, I don't know, at least 6 months, so that certain party leaders can get their friggin' pensions. So, hi, Roxanne. Hey, Joe. Well, we've never really had coupons here in Canada. We have, but like the last coupon I saw wasn't actually a coupon. It was just buy 4 boxes of this company's cereal and you get a bag of milk for free. To me, that was worth it, because you saw in my live video, now everyone's asking why I took my live grocery video down. After viewing it afterwards, I didn't realize that Breyer was on camera a couple of times. And so respecting his privacy, because he was upset that I even was recording when we should have been just hanging out together and shopping together, right? So I won't make that mistake again. The next time I go shopping, and if Breyer's with me, I'm just going to take pictures of stuff and I'll add them into the video later. Hey, Missy. Hey, Alex. Hey, Pam. I ordered a new type of basil. It's cinnamon basil, so we'll see what grows. Well, I had curry rosemary, and it was really good. I still have oregano from last year hanging in my pantry. So, first and foremost, the most important thing you can do to save money is to garden if you can. Not everyone can garden, but there are ways to garden. Look up all these different YouTube channels where people have like an apartment building window, like a patio window, but it gets sun for several hours a day. I've seen people make planters out of pop bottles, clear plastic pop bottles, and hang them down, right? I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do. You don't necessarily have to have flat space like I need. Hey, Kay, the Country Wife's Kitchen. For the most part, our coupons are crap and minimal, but I have found ways to get free product, coupons, and all sorts of samples. It's just a lot of work, but I'm starting to post it on my new channel to help people. Jennifer Ocean Homestead, please, right now, are you on my Facebook? Because if you're on my Facebook, please post that channel to me right now on Messenger. Tell me when it's done, and I will add the link in here. So obviously gardening. Now you saw how much celery I have, because you know me, I can't throw, yeah, me too. I enjoyed that. I can't throw things away if they've got a chance at life, especially food. So whatever I can't plant this year, I'm going to give a couple of hundred celery plants to my friend Steffi. But I'm thinking it's like a wild strawberry Spartacus. I am Sparta. Sorry for yelling. It's like a strawberry plant, but it doesn't put out runners. It's a little bush, and it probably takes like 100 strawberries to fill a coffee cup. But you know what? I'm going to plant them. I'm just not going to plant them in a place where I'm going to put a future garden. I'll probably plant them all along the back or somewhere. I'm actually thinking of buying another one of those great big, like they look like a galvanized steel tub. I'm thinking of buying one of them to put another garden in. I have 12 stalks of celery started. I'm hoping that will do us. Just remember, they need adequate drainage and daily watering. So hopefully, it reminds me, I'm going to have to tell Howie to bring me home a bag of soil so tomorrow I can transplant some of my, I have to rearrange my table because those one lights that come out with 4 out of the top, they can raise and lower. So I'm going to put all my taller plants in one section and put those 2 raised things, and I'm going to raise them up a bit because they're getting tall. Our town has a community garden. I don't grow anything there, but many may offer up my extra plants. Well, that's a good idea. What I'm thinking of doing is putting a post on my local Facebook page before gardening time, just before gardening season. And I'm going to say, if you have a garden and you're struggling financially, this is what I'm thinking of doing. If you have a garden or garden space and you're struggling financially, come by my house, get 12 strawberry plants or 12 celery plants, a tomato plant, and a cabbage plant. And what that will do is we'll give anybody who needs it. 1 cabbage can go a long way if you shred it and dehydrate it, or if you can it with tomatoes, right? Soil is very expensive after a while if we have a lot of plants indoors. Well, that's true. But I mean, what else are you going to do? I just buy the plants, the soil for indoors to get my plants going. And then I get a truckload of soil from Jimmy Carroll. And then we start again. My extra tomato plants, well, the leftovers, the senior housing doesn't want. I should ask the seniors home if they have, because we have a seniors home here. I should ask if they have a garden. Hey, Carol Childers, how's it going? Mama Missy, white a lesson that should be taught in schools. Just getting here, but I watch sales from stores around me and only buy items to stock up when I see good prices. Yes, right? And even so, okay, butter's going on sale, right? The butter I bought was on sale for $4.88. That's twice the price. That's twice the price of the sale item pre-pandemic. You get three, well, not three, but you get, three, almost twice the price, because you get 3 pounds of butter for like $10. And now it's 3 pounds of butter is 12, 13, 14, almost $15. Oh yeah, we've been prepping. Yeah, I hear you, Linda. You're 75. Good job. On local gardening group last year, gone in a flash. A lot of the senior homes here have gardens, and it's great. I wish I knew all about it all these years. Eggs are high. Well, yeah, somebody posted on Facebook that they're not coloring their eggs anymore, and they displayed an 18-pack of eggs that were in pink and blue and dark and white, and they were all naturally colored. It was beautiful. Now, we've talked about saving, if you're Canadian, saving your milk bags. When I cut the tip off, when I'm done my milk, I just put a knife in the tip and go like that and open the top. I rinse it and I hang it on my clothes peg over my sink. Those are food grade, heavy duty plastic bags. My vacuum sealer is dying. Yeah, eggs are high because they eat weeds, maybe. The chickens eat not the eggs. Hi from Fargo. Hi, Brenda. How are you? I haven't seen you in a bit. Cindy. Kroger butter. Let's announce these. Kroger butter is on sale next week for $2.29. You'll never see prices like that in Canada. Hey, Edie. I'm hoping hams to go on sale for Easter. You can make a lot of meals out of a ham. Absolutely. Thank you, Freaky Geek. I offered they were gone in a flash. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a Facebook post out and say, if you have garden space, because plant prices are going to be so friggin' high. When you buy them at the nursery, like everyone says, why do you start everything so early? Because I have a short season and they have to be at nursery size. They have to be at nursery size when I put them in the garden, right? Hey, Liz. Oh, goldfinches. Oh, I love goldfinches. I saved half of my ham from Christmas for Easter. I was going to buy a turkey because they were on for $1.88 a pound, and that's the lowest I have seen them. But they were like $28. It's like, no, I'm not spending $28 on a turkey. Let me give you an example. Every once in a while, chicken legs would go on sale when the kids were smaller. They'd go on for 59 cents a pound. That's roughly 59 cents a chicken leg. And then when we moved up here, they would go on for 99 cents a pound, and there was no limit. Now that chicken wasn't on sale. Yes, it was. It was on sale. I think it was $2.99 a pound or something. And let me tell you how much each chicken leg cost me. $2.50 for one chicken leg. If this shit keeps up, I'm going to have to cook one chicken leg, give me the drumstick and Howie the thigh, and load up with veg, right? Turkey from Thanksgiving. Awesome, Lacey. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, that bridge got hit by a boat. Like, how could that ship go through there not knowing? Like, how stupid was somebody to hit that bridge? What the hell's going on? Like, I think, my conspiracy brain goes, they're trying to stop people from leaving. You know what I mean? But, how can a ship that will not fit under a bridge just slam into it? How can that be allowed? This week at Myers, $2.99 a pound. What's that, Pam? Is that chicken? Oh, Barb, I'm sorry to hear that. It lost power and control. Really? How the hell does that happen? How does that happen in this modern day that a ship will lose power and control? In a shipping lane, it doesn't belong. I'm just saying. Sharing the video said somebody just got fired. Yeah. Did a Mayday and they stopped traffic. Oh, thank God. I was just curious what my deals were here, not in Cal at Safeway, a free range whole chicken. Well, I was watching TikTok. If you haven't noticed, if you're on my Facebook page, you probably saw me post a lot of TikToks, or you may not have. Lost power twice and notified transportation depot stopped cars. Good. I'm glad to hear it. It was the shipping lane to go under the bridge when it lost power and therefore steering. Okay. You think they'd have a backup system for something like that, wouldn't you? Like, seriously. That kind of power and that size of a vehicle, you would think there would be some kind of backup power. Honestly, I'm just asking. So I laid in bed this morning and I watched a lot of TikToks, and I'm going to share them with you in a cascade on Rumble. I'm also going to do a live Rumble after this one so we can talk about stuff we can't talk about here. Yeah, Jenny, what do you think? You think so, Jenny? Hey, Lynn. Listen, I know we're live, and there's been people complaining. I'm going to tell you this right now. There's been people complaining that they're not getting my videos. They're not being notified of my videos. And not everybody's on Facebook anymore. And God knows Facebook here in Canada is censored up the wazoo. And nobody wants to go to Gab because it's too clunky, and then just Facebook's easier. If everybody stopped using Facebook, Facebook would collapse. If everybody stopped using, what's the one with the camera? It would collapse because Mark Zuckerberg owns both. Lots of Amazon packages will be late. Nah, not necessarily, Mama Dukes, because, well, that's true. But we have Amazon packaging plants all over the country. Instagram. Thank you, Jules. So anyway, I'm going to be doing a live on Rumble, and I'm going to be doing a cascade of what's going on in Canada via TikTok videos on Rumble, and you'll just see, right? Now, I'm decided I'm going to plant about 2 rows. They're 50-foot rows of, I know there's some kind of peas. You can eat them out of the garden. My brain has farted, but I'm obsessed with them lately. Like snow peas? Peas like cold weather, so you should plant them early. So here's what you do if the notification is late, or you're not getting notified at all. I've had people come up on a video and say, I haven't seen you in years. We thought you quit. Here's the deal. YouTube, they're getting real nasty. They're constantly changing how we earn money, which means I'm working harder and getting paid less every single day, right? I'm getting paid less. I'm making 1/3 of what I was making 2 years ago. Okay? I'm getting paid 1/3 of what I was getting 2 years ago. So what I want you to do is I want you to go over. There's a link there. I want you to go over to Rumble and subscribe to my channel. And then I want you to subscribe to my Facebook page, or not Facebook page, my Messenger, because I alert everybody to the best of my ability. What is happening is, if you don't like every single video that I put out, if you don't like, make a comment, leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'll give a shit which. Leave a like Edie Murray. Edie Murray always thumbs up and puts a thing. Just TY. Thank you. She always gets notified if I'm not mistaken. Why? Because if you're not active for 2 out of 3 of my videos, they'll just bump you off my subscriber list. It'll show you're subscribed and that you're subscribed for alerts, but they put you at the bottom of the list. So what you have to do is unsubscribe and resubscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like or dislike, I don't care which, but hit the like button and leave even an emoji for a comment on all the videos that I put out. You'll soon start getting notifications again, okay? Hey, Dottie Mae. Sometimes you'll have a bell that has a line through it. That means you don't want to be notified, okay? But I need everybody and anybody who wants to hear me talk about things that YouTube won't let me talk about. And I'm not here to frighten people. I want you to go over to Rumble, to my Mrs. Wolfie Facebook or Rumble page. Let me see if I still got it there. Subscribe. And sooner or later, because I'm only at like 600 subscribers. And it takes just as long to build up a subscriber base on Rumble as it did on YouTube. I was on YouTube for 3 years before I got my first paycheck of $100. Do you understand? You probably use the push option, subbed on Rumble. Thank you, Patricia. Yes, I'm on TikTok. Yes, I'm on TikTok. I don't do a lot on TikTok. I really don't. Because they're just as... Did you want to hear something wild about TikTok? TikTok allows everything short of dangerous material on. They'll let political opinions on. They'll let all kinds of things on. But if you live in China, the only TikToks you'll find are how to improve your work ethic, how to improve your education, how to, be a star, how to be a good Chinese citizen. That's all the things. They're all educational. Here, they just let us flood with absolutely everything, so you can't tell the bullshit from the truth. Well, Robin, so is Canada. What's going on with Rosie? I lost my cousin over the... Oh, Rosie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But the truth is, I am so sorry, Rosie. And the truth is, we're going to see that a lot. We're going to see that a lot. Okay? We're losing people. We're going to start losing people left, right, and center as a result of something we're not allowed to talk about because it happens over time, right? I'm so sorry to hear that. Don't really do Facebook anymore, but I have TikTok. Well, here, I have Gab, okay? Now, here's what I want to show you. Gab can be a really shocking experience once you've been used to Facebook, because Facebook only allows so much, okay? And every once in a while, you'll see something almost political or almost whatever, and they'll let it run. Why? Because so that you don't think they're censoring you. But the truth is, folks, they're censoring so much that I bet you 90% of my Facebook page does not see most of my posts. I'm going to say maybe 1 out of every 10 posts gets seen on Facebook. Okay? Here's my Gab page. Gab doesn't have Messenger. I use Facebook for Messenger, but Gab doesn't have a Messenger yet. And it's going to be a shocking experience because they do not censor at all. Do not censor at all. So you're going to see some wacko religious fanatics. You're going to see some wacko flat earther, not wacko flat earthers, but you're going to see flat earthers. You're going to see all kinds of shit that you wouldn't see. And some of it may even upset you. But that's the price of free speech, isn't it? I liked decoy. What's decoy? Watching, but only 61 likes. Oh, well, thank you, decoy. So here's what I'm talking about. Let's get back to how to save money. Now, people are upset because I haven't made any more of our videos on how to save money, right? Well, pretty soon, saving money is going to take a drastic turn because there's no money to save. I just spent $500 on groceries, and the only extra I bought was butter. If I didn't buy that butter, it would have taken $50 off. Everything else would have been $450. That's still not acceptable. Freaky. I looked at all alternatives to Twitter, and Facebook was among them. I'm on X. I should give you that, eh? Well, I'm not going to do that right now. Yeah, there's rain or something coming because my shoulder's really sore. So, somebody told me recently that those Ziploc bags that you buy, they on their website, the real Ziploc bags, they tell you can wash and reuse them right on their website. I wonder where they got that information from. Us! Because we're doing that. Save your milk bags if you're in Canada. Save here in Canada, you can't get here in Quebec, you can't get plastic grocery bags. They've outlawed them. How stupid is that? When my chicken comes in styrofoam and plastic, my meat comes in plastic. My dog food comes in plastic. My cheese comes in plastic. My milk comes in plastic. But they're going to outlaw straws, bread tags, and plastic grocery bags. So I have to go out and buy grocery bags. It's insane. You'd use X, but they want payment? Bullshit. I have X free. I use X. I've never paid a dime to them. You haven't bought milk in years. Well, they're talking about malnutrition is growing in our country. Do you know why? Because mothers are watering down their milk. Mothers are watering down the milk that they're putting on their children's plates. They are on their cereal. They will buy, instead of spending $6 a gallon on 2% milk, they'll pay the $7 for whole milk, and they'll cut it in half with water. This is the kind of shit that's going on. Food banks, lineups for food banks in this country are going around blocks. When I watched Pierre Poilievre do his rally on one live stream, and then 3 or 4 days later, I actually went to a rally Sunday, and the only thing different in his speech, some of the things that is the cost, right? He said a week ago that homeless encampments in beautiful Halifax, Nova Scotia, there was 30 homeless encampments in Halifax. When I saw him on Sunday, that number was up to 35. So homeless encampments are growing. Howie and I both work. Like somebody made this comment. Oh, somebody's car shouldn't, they were talking about his race car, shouldn't be worth more or look better than your house. Excuse me? Howie worked more than one job. He works more than one job to pay for his racing. I'm not taking that away from him, right? But Trudeau's gas hikes might, right? What's not here? A local bank pantry has gotten so busy near me, lots of people needing food. There's always a learning curve, absolutely, with new platforms. I mod on another channel, and he rarely uses YuckTube anymore, mostly Rumble, and it's another set of problems. Why is it another set of problems? Rumble's a Toronto-based company, by the way. Why is that another set of problems? Okay, Joe, you're right. I saw a young man who looked like he hasn't worked a day in his life steal from a donation box. He filled his van with whatever he could get out of the container and took off. Yeah, and then he's going to sell it. Right? Nothing is safe here. So, if you can't plant a garden, become friends with someone who has one. Say you live in a house where there's no yard to plant a garden, but your neighbor has one. Go knock on your neighbor's door and say, I'll help you with your garden if I can have a piece of it, right? Please tell me how you said how to do a pig lot. I'm not sure I understand that. Please, can you be a little more specific, Cripple? Hey, Cripple Creek! It has been very unstable and hard for him to keep the stream up. Okay, Decoy, what are we talking about? Totally different makeup because our food formulas are banned overseas. Well, a lot of our food is banned, not here in Canada. A lot of, I watched one woman on TikTok say when she moved to the States, she couldn't figure out why the food tasted so differently. And this was a thing with me. And I thought it was the way they were cooking them. It's not, it's the food. The food in Canada tastes totally different from the food in the USA. And I'm not buying USA pork anymore because apparently they're so loaded with growth hormones to make them grow faster, bigger, that's in our food, right? Rumble. Well, I've been on Rumble for a couple of years and I'm still only at like 600 subscribers, I think. You're in the States. I've been washing and hanging to dry and reusing my freezer bags. Good girl. Also been growing my own spring onions in a glass jar with water. No need to buy spring onions anymore. Love from London, UK. Well, I'm glad you said UK because we have London, Ontario here too. The same fast food in Germany tastes totally different from the US. I won't eat McDonald's anymore. I won't. I just can't eat McDonald's anymore. The closest I'll get to eating fast food, we had Chinese food on Sunday. But that's something now that we only do once or twice at most a year because it's cost prohibited. It's loaded with chemicals and sugar. So that's why it's a treat, right? Because we were trying to decide on our way home from the rally, what could we have for supper that wasn't McDonald's or wasn't a fast food burger joint, that wasn't a shawarma, which I can no longer eat. I don't know what's going on with the shawarma. The last couple of shawarmas I ate made me sick. The last McDonald's I ate made me sick. So Howie said, well, Chinese food. I said, well, at least we know who to blame when we get sick. But I didn't get sick. The Chinese food tasted great, and I was fine. I live in Denmark, however, went to USA for 1.5 years and work on a large pig farm for 3 months of that. And the amount of growth hormones added to the feed mix was disgusting. Exactly. We put up a fence around the lot, needing to figure out what will keep them in. What are we talking about? Oh, pigs. Okay. Bury the fence. Bury the fence. The reason our pigs never really got out was because our yard is mostly clay out front. And we buried those fences deep. We buried them deep, right? Because we have goats as well, right? You can do electric fencing, but they'll just tunnel under it. So you have to bury your fences at least 18 inches to 2 feet deep, okay? And then put an electric fence on the inside where it's not touching the metal fence, okay? It's about this far out from the metal fence. So if the pigs get anywhere near the fence, they'll feel it. That's the best you can do. In the States, food tastes different from state to state. Well, now let's see how many states I've been to. I've been to New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Indiana, Oklahoma, Texas, and this was traveling, Arizona, Nevada, And let me tell you something. All the food in the United States tastes nothing like Canadian food. Michigan. Yes, I've been through Michigan, I think. You know what my bucket list is? To go hunting with Uncle Ted. And if you don't know who I mean by Uncle Ted, then you don't need to know, I guess. Cooking your own food, you know what's going on your plate. Also, you can make it how you like. Well, there's that. But if you don't know, like I said, we're getting we haven't got our beef yet. We're not going to get it for another couple of weeks, right? So I had to go out and buy hamburger. I had to go out and buy chicken, okay? And I have pork in the freezer, but I bought bacon. That's the only pork I've bought, bacon. I've still got sausage for my homemade sausage. Long lost Uncle Ted. Uncle Ted is insane. Is he? Why do you say that, Lacey Black? Just out of curiosity, why do you say Uncle Ted is insane? Because he believes in your right to hunt. He believes that everybody should be able to grow their own food. He is a big hunter. I love Ted. I love Uncle Ted. If he's lost, how are you going to go hunting with him? What do you mean if he's lost? Are you not? You can actually pay to go and stay the weekend and hunt on his personal reserve, right? To me, most food doesn't have much taste. Well, well, E6, I have a family member who went to Belgium. And he sent me, we talked on FaceTime, not on FaceTime, but on our phones, FaceTime. And they were showing me that when you buy organic stuff, right? Like ordered groceries. And they showed me the lettuce. The lettuce came in a container with the roots still on it and a little bit of dirt in the bottom. It's absolutely beautiful the way most European countries won't allow American food in. Our here in Canada, our KD is not the same as the KD in the United States. So the next time I go to the United States, I'm going to bring home some stuff and I'm going to compare it to the food here in Canada. I could probably do that with videos. I could probably do that with pictures. 0 GMO in the grocery stores. There you go. Honestly, I don't remember what band he's from. He's just Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent. But I watch a lot of his stuff, right? So we're supposed to be talking on how to save money, but haven't we beaten that dead horse? If you have extra plants, barter them with someone in your neighborhood. Put up a Facebook page. I don't need to barter for more plants because I have more plants than I have room for, right? Unless someone, but I would like to share the bounty. So I think at the beginning of May, I'm going to be taking orders, not for money, but if people want to make $1 donation to help pay for the soil and the time it took me to grow them, that's great. But what I want is to be able to share, 12 celery plants, a tomato plant, and a cabbage plant. I have 12 extra cabbage plants. Actually, I've got 16 extra cabbage plants. I've got probably 15 extra tomato plants and hundreds of extra celery plants. Last name, you're thinking Nugent, right. Yeah, well, how he's not, how he doesn't, he pinch a nickel. It's getting to the point where we got to squeeze a toonie with a vice grip to get it to fart a nickel now. My chicken supper tonight is going to be canned potatoes, canned carrots. Like, even if I don't grow it, if I find it on sale, I will can it. right? Like the carrots, like the deer carrots. I'm down. We've been decimated. Our pantry's been decimated because we don't, and you saw what we buy. But I'm not buying beans. I'm not buying carrots. I rarely buy potatoes, but I did buy a bag because it was $3.88 on sale. But if I can't grow it, I'll buy it in bulk and process it, can it, or freeze it, or dehydrate it, right? If I have use for something like the Chinese food, we got a whole new set of plastic dishes because the ones Howie's been taking to work are starting to break, right? On the Bill Maher show. Ted Nugent. Anyway, if you can think, now here's what we're going to do. All right. I'm going to restart the series on how to save money. I actually may take those videos down and re-upload them because it's getting harder and harder to squeeze that quarter to make it fart a nickel. You got to squeeze a $2 coin now to make it fart a nickel. Hey, Della. Have a good week, sweetheart. With the damn Yankees? I didn't know that. So, what do you think I should do? Like, people are going to be pissed off because I'm just re-uploading the stuff I did 2 years ago. But I think Hey, champion Catherine. Cheers. Have you thought about drying zucchini shreds and grinding them into powder? Well, I'm thinking about it now because I have a freezer full of zucchini, and Howie has made it very clear that he doesn't like zucchini chunks. So I've been thinking about what can I do. Now, I'm not going to, and here's something else, folks. If you have canned tomatoes, you remember how I made? No. Be careful recanning canned tomatoes because after a time, they start tasting like the can that they were originally canned in. So, folks, don't recan canned tomatoes, okay? I'm eating them, but they're I have to add a lot of garlic and some sugar to get over the taste. And when I say sugar, I mean like a half a teaspoon to a quart. Throwback video. Just put throwback in the title. That's okay, Charlene. So this year, I'm going to probably shred my cabbage and dehydrate it because it's going to be ready before my tomatoes. I'm going to shred my cabbage and dehydrate it. And when my tomatoes are ready, I'm going to cook a big pot of tomatoes and then add shredded zucchini, add shredded cabbage and onions, and then I'll can it. Right? But I'll just dehydrate it first. I know it seems like a lot of energy, but it's going to take a lot of energy for us to save to the best way possible. Where's Chanel? People do that and call it a throwback. Just put throwback in the title. Yeah, but it doesn't mean changing the title doesn't re-upload the video. But I think you're right. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that today. Because everyone kept saying, where were your money? Why have you stopped doing money saving tips? I said, pretty soon, you run out of ideas. You run out of ideas. I have a video somewhere that I spent $90 at a farmer's market. Now, this was pre-pandemic. I spent $90 at a farmer's market and filled my table with canning and dehydrating, right? So, but the problem here in Canada is the carbon tax. And I can't say another word. This is Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, please, if you have ideas that I haven't already thought of, please email me. Okay, I'm going to put this in the bottom at bevvolfie@gmail.com. Put savings ideas into the subject line. And because I get a lot of my best ideas from you folks. If you have a way to save money, if you have a way that you can help your neighbor, if you have a way, what if you're in an apartment, but you know somebody who has a garden? Volunteer to work in their garden to get a portion of it. There's things we can do. There's things we can do. But if things don't change soon, I fear for my country. I really do. This is Mrs. Volfie from our half-acre homestead saying, I will see you over on Rumble at about 4 o'clock. I'll probably get my supper in the oven, and it's going to be a simple supper, but I'm going to get my supper in the oven, and then we will go live on Rumble. If you're not, hang on a second. Hey, Corey, before you go, hi, Corey, how are you, darling? Did you get my text? I was wondering how's things going. If you need to talk to me, Corey, do it in Messenger so that, you don't have to bear everything here. I'll try and make it Brave Browser don't like Rumble for some reason. Because it's uncensored. It's completely uncensored. Anyway, take care. God bless. I'm going to re-upload some old videos and do them on throwbacks for the next couple of days. And that's a great idea because tomorrow I have an appointment. Thursday, I have to bake some edibles because I'm going away for the weekend. And I'm going to be gone all Easter weekend. There's going to be no Freaky Friday. It's probably going to be a Manic Monday instead on Monday night because I'm going to visit with my family for the weekend, my kids. Well, Arthur and Mel and Bubba. So just left training class. Awesome. About to start online classes. Good for you, sweetheart. Have an awesome day. If you've got an idea how you can squeeze that quarter and make it fart a nickel or even 2 cents, please email me, bevvolfie@gmail.com. And I will, I have to buy a new printer. There's another public service announcement. Do not buy a Canon tank printer. I spent a shit ton of money on this Canon tank printer and extra ink, only to find out it is built to fail and it's full of ink, and I have bottles full of ink and the printer does not work. It's a piece of garbage. I'm going to have to spend a small fortune on an Epson tank printer and hope like hell I don't run into the same problems. Okay? But soon I'm going to have to write all these ideas out by hand. So please email me with your savings ideas. I'm going to reload some videos for the rest of this week because I got a lot of stuff to do. Okay. And I got places to go. And I just want to remind everybody that these are older prices. Okay. And I'm going to show you prices from a couple of years ago. And we're going to compare to now. Because I spent $30 on a bushel of peppers this past summer. I'm still using them. I bought them at the farmer's market. But guess what? I wonder what they're going to be this year. Because I have the video proof that things are getting really, really serious. Howie and I work like 3 jobs here on the internet. Howie works 5 days a week at work. And in evenings and weekends, if he's not working on his race car, he's doing work for other people to pay for his race car. That's just and that's just 2 people. What's going to happen when we retire? I got to say this too. I met a veteran, a Canadian veteran. He sat right in front of me, Mr. Wood. If you see this, thank you for your service. When he retired, they gave him $10,000 to put in his pension, and he lives on $750 a month. You can't even rent a room for that in Canada now. Take care. God bless.